of what music really is.
Yes.
You can talk about some of his experiences,
That's
how
right.
you knew him, or how
Yes.
people knew him, and what they
Yes.
said about him, and
That's
et cetera, going to England, and
That's right.
all of that kind of
Yeah.
information. Got 10 minutes to
Okay.
talk to him about.
Okay.
And this is going to be the highlight. I'm going to make this the biggest part
Okay.
of the discussion itself.
Yes.
This 10 minutes. You've given me some excellent information up until now.
Thank you.
I want you to know that. Yes, sir. God is good. Man.
Yes,
You
he
know
is.
that.
Yes, he is. Sure he is.
He is. He has kept us all this time. That means you sitting up. Thank you and welcome back to the final segment of the show for today. We're talking to Minister Gregory Taylor, and he's giving us some information dealing with the stages of the African-American musical experience from the continent of Africa throughout the world. And I think, Minister Taylor, we can pick up during this last 10 minutes and give you an opportunity to talk about one of the individuals that can bring in a large number of other names and et cetera that played such an important part in the musical experience. And this is Dr. Bradley. Talk about Dr. Bradley.
I grew up with Dr. Bradley singing in Alabama. One of my friends who considered herself to be the #1 fan said he's an unknown superstar. Sang all over the world, sang in China, Paris, France, and we're getting his CD back into those different countries. His name is in granite on the quarter 3 stars, just about 100 feet away from the Civilian Conservation Corps marble plaque. And what we are doing here, Dr. Haney, we are bringing together the music of Sir J. Robert Bradley to fulfill the wishes of the CCC camp men. And on that stone down there, it said that few men have the opportunity to touch as many thousands as those men did over the years. And also that they say at the end, if they see fit to remember us in song, they will consider that their ward. And I have to mention this gentleman too. His name is Charlie Fletcher in Cleveland, Tennessee. He was a CCC campman since about 96 years old. That's about the age my father would have been. But in reference to Sir J. Robert Bradley, it's all connected. And I have had the opportunity to meet architect Kim Hinton of the Bicentennial Mall. And the meeting was so important, Dr. Haney, that I went to visit his church to see what kind of music they were listening to. And that idea came from me reading about where when Sir Winston Churchill met Franklin Eleanor Roosevelt, he had them to play Onward Christian Soldiers because that was during war. And see, I am a child of World War II. My father was there, you know. And so all of these things were coming together, and the purpose of it is to help protect the country because I have inherited what it means to be safe and sound. And if I can't be safe, I can't be, you know. And but Dr. Bradley, music was used from the East Coast to the West Coast in order to diffuse tension. And his website, I don't know if I could give that out.
Yeah, go give that.
The website is jrobertbradley.com. And his music, the book, we are working on he's due out on a postage stamp any day now. And we are just hoping that this will help create safe communities, create an atmosphere, because our people, I don't think it's racism, I don't think it's bullying. I think it's an emotion from the 60s that have turned into a virus, that this music used to debrief us from that, or help us to shed those emotions of that era. And these are areas where we got to go, and music is the key for doing that. And Dr. Bradley sang for the Queen of England in 1955. It's in his book. I've always been, we were on your show, Dr. Amos Jones and I, talking about his book, and he sang for the Queen of England. And I have received 4 letters from the Queen of England in regards to Dr. Bradley's music, you know. And so it is just absolutely incredible for someone to invest in his music back then And I, not to overthrow the government or anything, but I listen to God Save the Queen. And the reason for it, it keeps my memory of all the hymns that we sang here in America fresh. And see, a lot of the music is stale today, you know, and this is the way to keep it fresh, is to listen to those different songs. And when I visited Kim Hinton's church, I think it's the Hillsborough United Methodist Church, and I went in there, Dr. Haynes, and they were singing, I want Jesus to walk with me. And I said, they are singing more I am than we are, you know? And so it's these type of things that's happening with the music now, and we have got to get back to